Today's the day. We're going to Japan. Let me see you. Davey. Welcome to the Japan vlog. So we are off to Japan in 2 days. We are just getting ourselves sorted. So we've got all our currency, we've got our eSIM sorted, we've got a lot of the packing done. We just need to organise it into the suitcases and the bags, and yeah, we've got lots of things booked. I'm so excited to go and to experience all the different things, and it's going to be a nice variety of things that we're doing during the trip. So we've got some really nice places that we're eating, we've got some street food, we've got some shrines, and we've got ring making, we've got all sorts of things. So it's going to be a really fun video to make, and it's our honeymoon, so it's obviously a really special trip and I can't wait to go. We've made it! We are in Japan and we have just walked up to the monorail and we're going to get the train to the last stop to our Airbnb to try and check in. First impressions of Japan is it is very, very hot and humid, and there's a nice sweet smell of oranges in the railway station. Stop 1 of the monorail, which is the last stop, and then our hotel was just a 15-minute walk. Well, it wasn't even that, it was probably like a 10-minute walk. So we've just got here now, and our hotel is called Hotel Tabernos, and we are just waiting because we're gonna get an early check-in so we can get a shower because it's quite humid. But it's lovely. There's lots of freebies behind me, so they've got toothpaste, toothbrush, slippers, pyjamas, all sorts of things. It's very calm, very peaceful. We've got a meal booked tonight and it's a 7-course meal, and I think the restaurant's quite fancy, so that's booked at 6 PM and we are currently at 1:30, so we've only got a couple of hours till we'll be doing that. So this is our room. Hello. So, another short and sweet tour. You've got the bed with underbed storage. You've got hangers for your clothes. A little TV, a cooler. Of course, you've got the Japanese toilet. And then the shower room. We are now on day 2 of the trip. So yesterday we explored a little bit of the city. We went around down the town near where we're staying, and we went to one of the temples called Sojoji. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know if you can see that. It was only like a 5-minute walk, and then we just carried on walking all the way down. We ended up at Tokyo Tower, so that was really nice. But we got an idea of how hot and humid it is. So I think it was like 35 degrees yesterday. So just even doing that short walk, we were really, really warm. And then we headed back to our hotel, and we were able to see the view, which I'll show you now. So this is the view out of our room. And down here, oh, it's a little train. Down in like this bit here, they've got a little pop-up event for the last 2 days, I think it's been. I think it goes on for another 2 days of like singing, dancing, because it's the weekend. So yeah, really nice. We've seen jet skis going past this morning. So I was just looking at the Florence website, and it was 23,000 yen each for the 7-course dinner, which worked out at about £250 for both of us. And then it looks like you can get a lunch one for 12,000 yen. I'm not sure how many courses that is, but that would always be my tip if you want to try somewhere nice, but you can't justify paying the dinner service. I would try it for lunch because it's normally half the price, and the quality is obviously just as good. It might just be that it's a smaller portion, but with Tom popping in some of the videos, you'll see that we had a lot more than the 7 courses. There's probably more like 12, 10 to 12 in the end, and yeah, they were all delicious, and they were just not what you expected. So yeah, all good fun. So the plan for today is we have lunch booked at a place called Tachigui Sushi Akira. I might be butchering the name of it, but hopefully that helps. And it's only about half an hour walk, so I think we're just gonna walk down, because it's 11 o'clock now and the booking's at 12:30. So we paid £130 for both of us. And also the restaurant is standing style, so apparently it only has space for 7 people to stand around and have the sushi pieces. So it's like a sushi restaurant essentially. It specialises in sushi. So very excited for that. And then we have go-karting this evening. So a very fun day ahead for us. So we're just on our walk down to the sushi place for lunch, and we've accidentally come across like a central market. So there's lots of like food stalls, and there's a fish market here, but it's very, very hot. So we've been trying to pop into 7-Eleven or wherever we can, just to use the aircon, to be honest. We've discovered where we are. We're at the Tazukiji market. So obviously we've stumbled across this by accident, but this is the area that we are in at the moment. So the guys just brought us like a plate, and he said it's the lean tuna, the squid, the left-eyed flounder, the bonito, and I think it was the medium fatty tuna. So should we go for the tuna one first?
Oh, could we have squid first? Do what
Oh.
about that?
So they've just put the second plate up. This is the sea urchin. So we just got the, I keep calling it the underground, I don't actually know what its official name is, to Ginza, and we heard that there's a shop called GU, that is just like the Uniqlo but cheaper. So we're going to go head over there now because Tom didn't pack enough trousers, so he needs to go get some. And I would like to see if there's any sunglasses, to be honest, because I haven't got any. Could do with them, so that's the plan. So we're still in the Ginza shopping district, and we just went to the Uniqlo flagship store, and we designed our own t-shirt and sweatshirts. So we were panicking a bit because you had 15 minutes to design it, but we couldn't decide, so we got matching ones. So we used like the paint function, and then it said Tokyo, Japan, but we had like 1 minute 40 left on the clock when it went off to say like you have to finish your design. So we were panicking, and then I was panicking that I misspelt it or that it auto-corrected, but we're fine, they're both spelled correctly. So now we're just walking down to somewhere called Itoya, which is meant to be like an amazing stationery shop. That's absolutely huge, so you can collect stamps at the train stations around here, and we forgot, so we've been to 2 already. We'll probably go to them again at some point on the trip, so we're going to go get little notepads to collect the stamps in. So we're just inside Itoya now, and there's 12 levels. We won't have time to go to them all, but I think we'll go to level 3, which is right, so hopefully there'll be a little notepad that we can use. So we found actual stamp books. I think we're going to go for one of these two. So that's us out the go-karting and back on the underground subway. I didn't take the camera with me, but I did take my phone, and we had like a neck secure holder that you could use for 2,000 yen each, which is, no, 2,000 each, yeah, 2,000 each, which was about £10. And it was too hot to put the full suits on, so we just went for Mario and Luigi hats. So we'll insert some of the clips from that because it was so incredible. And it's out of the way a little bit, but there was a station a couple-minute walk from the place, so it's easily connected, and the underground subway is so cheap. Every journey's been about 50p, a pound. I don't think we've paid more than £1.50 yet for any of the trips we've taken on the underground subway. So it is the next day on from us doing the go-karting. We're just heading out to Meiji Jingu, which is a shrine in the middle of Tokyo. So we've just got off the tube, and the station, Shin Toyosu station, is right opposite the Team Lab Planets, which is the one we're coming to. So there's a few different Team Lab like art exhibitions, but we're at the Planets one, which was the one I wanted to come to. And I didn't actually realise you could get different ones until I looked on the maps and realised we'd at least pinned the correct one. So when you get here, you just join the queue. So we're in the admission between 4 and 4:30 queue, but it's going down pretty quickly, so we should be in no time. So the whole art exhibition is based on 4 concepts: forest, garden, open air and water,
When you first go in, you go up this ramp and you make your way up to like a waterfall at the end, which is really beautiful. It's a little bit strange because you're walking around with no shoes on. My favourite room by far was this light room. It was filled with thousands of hanging lights, and they were just going through different colours, different patterns. We stayed in this room for quite some time, just watching all the different patterns go in, and it was just really calming. It was really, really beautiful. We thought that this was actually the last room, so we were hanging around in there, and that was absolutely not the case. There were so many rooms to explore. So after you leave the light room, you can go into one of the many other rooms. So there was rooms filled with water, almost up to our knees, with projected fish swimming around. It was a little bit crazy, but very fun. You had giant bubble balloons in another room, which the kids seemed to love pushing around and jumping out from. And you had projected flowers and patterns. It was just really incredible and so worth the money. We booked it on Get Your Guide for £46.50 for the both of us, and it was absolutely worth it.
So we are out for the evening. We headed back after Team Lab and got a shower, and now we've just got the underground subway to Memory Lane. So it's an area, well, I think it's a couple of streets that has loads of restaurants and places for drinks, really small places. We were just reading up about it, and it said that it got that name because it was a cheap place to come after the war. But it's improved over the years as time's gone on. We're just in and around Shinjuku now, and it seems very games orientated. There's lots of like cartoon characters and like TVs with things going on. There's loads of like gaming places you can go in. We've seen like look like slot machine type things, claw grabbers. So we're gonna go into the game station now and have a little wander and a little play. This is crazy. There's 2 floors of capsule claw machines like that, and then an arcade on the 4th floor. So we're having a great time. We've just switched up some notes to get some coins so we can try and win. Don't know what we're going to try and win, but we're going to try something.
That's annoying.
So we're on the next day, and we've got up ready, and we are in the underground tube area. And we're just heading to Dawn Robot Cafe. So we pre-booked this before the trip, and it's a cafe that's run entirely by robots. So we prepaid for like drink and some food, and the plan is we'll obviously go and then you get served by the robots. So let's go.
Okay, then so we don't cash, only pay card. Do you want the robot service? Yes. Thank you. Then to enter the robot area, you need to buy.
So obviously you would have seen that we went to the robot cafe. It was really incredible. I think it was, well, it was £45 for both of us, and that included a meal and a drink. But when we went in, I didn't really know what to expect, but it was there was a robot at the desk, and then there's a sign that tells you that the robots are people, they're controlled by people, and the voices are real people that can't like work, so they might have disabilities and other things. And then we had 2 robots. We seem to be the only table with 2 robots, I don't know why, but we had 2 ladies serving us, Aku and Macharan, and you get like the background story of where they're from and things they like and don't like. So she was telling us that she's got a cat and she's got a 3-year-old child. So we had a bit of a chat, and then we ordered our food through them, and drinks, and then another robot comes as the server and drops off your drink, which is what you would have seen in the clip. So the whole experience was really good. And then there was a barista robot at the back, and the story next to it was that she got was it multiple sclerosis? Yeah, she got MS, and she wasn't able to do it anymore. So having the robot, the robot was actually making the drink, meant that she obviously could then carry on her passion of making coffee. So it was very, very wholesome, and it was very sweet, and the service was quick and good. So yeah, really would recommend. It was such a unique experience. We're now going to go to the underground subway and go to Shibuya Crossing, which is the famous crossing that we drove through in the go-karting on the first full day. So we're going to go actually cross it this time and have a look in the area. So it's about a 25-minute journey on the underground. We had a bit of a washing crisis, so we thought we'd get some washing done, and I put my red dress in and my cardigan turned all pink. We're now going out to a 15-course Wagyu restaurant. So we pre-booked for this course. Which, because we wanted to try the Wagyu and also the Kobe beef, so it's got both on there. We have gone up on the bottle, why not? It's what food, so can't complain.
It's a honeymoon, so we should.
Sorted Korean vegetables, and the fire's going. So we have had many a drink, and we have ended up in the karaoke bar back near our hotel. I feel like I've got red teeth from the red wine after the dinner. We've got a big screen, a couple of microphones, some system adjustments. Cost us a grand total of, how much did it cost us? It cost us £11, and that includes drinks from the machine. So there's like a machine outside that you can get soda and ice from. So the ladies come in and turn the iPad to English.
Yeah.
And we're now ordering drinks on the QR code.
Oh, sick, it order's been submitted, so they should bring it.
So they're bringing it to us.
Sweet.
なんだかんだと気になるあいつ優しい笑顔は反則だから 本番なぜかあいつが立ち上がるそれ私が入れた曲だけど